Hadoush, Joy Moss, Bad Boy Gaming. And today we're going to take a look at Mr. Professor himself, Tularian Community College, and his analysis on the most recent Secret Lair PlayStation, which is, man, if it's not one thing, it's another thing when it comes to Secret Lairs that they just keep dropping on us. But I want to hear what he has to say and the price points, and I'll put my 2 cents in as the video progresses. Let's dive in.
Please note, each of these PlayStation Secret Lairs has at least one new, available nowhere else, mechanically unique card in it. Since there is no price history available for these cards, what value therefore do we assign them? Looking at the past Secret Lair new card designs, we see they can have values ranging from...
There was a huge uproar in the community when Rick Steadfast Leader dropped. We don't experience this today, but I mean, it went on for like a couple months. People were really upset that there was like unique mechanics, a unique presence to a Magic the Gathering card that wasn't like printed as a Magic the Gathering card, but specifically for a Secret Lair. And yeah, Mr. Steadfast, this entire Secret Lair started it. Like, anyway, moving forward.
From low to medium to pretty darn high. In examining all of these cards, I decided to go with an average of $10 to apply to these new card designs. Ironically, each and every one of these new Secret Lairs is $10 more expensive than usual. So I guess that is the value Wizards of the Coast themselves is assuming for the new cards.
Why is everything upcharged? Why are we constantly getting charged more money? I remember when Secret Lairs were $24.99 and I think $29.99 when they first dropped. Correct me if I'm wrong. I want to say they were $24.99 and $29.99, and then $29.99 and $39.99, and now wherever the heck we're at.
So are these new, more expensive than usual Secret Lairs worth it to buy? Let's take a look. The first Last of Us drop, Last of Us Part 1, features the two main characters of the first Last of Us game, Ellie and Joel, as brand new designs, alongside a pair of mono-black cards, Cabal Ritual and Haunted One, both reskinned with Last of Us art. Ellie and Joel have the new partner templating, where they specify the kind of card they can partner with. Oh, and there's a Cordyceps infected token in there, which is canonically not a zombie, but does have the zombie type line alongside fungus. Looking at the new card designs, Ellie Brickmaster and Joel Resolute Survivor are fine, but honestly somewhat uninspiring middle bracket commanders. Ellie is a red group slug commander, encouraging your opponents to attack each other to earn themselves a fungus token. Sorry, a fungus zombie token, but again, they're not zombies in the story. Joel, Resolute Survivor, has a strong and easy to trigger creature token death trigger that is understandably gated by a once per turn clause. The two other cards in the drop kind of fit the theme flavorfully, but they are not coherent inclusions mechanically. Cabal Ritual is a powerful storm enabler due to the massive mana boost if you can achieve threshold, but isn't useful in any other contexts. Haunted One is a pretty good commander background, but nothing particularly exciting. Overall value of this drop, not counting the new card designs, is only $20 in non-foil and $30 in foil. If we assume an average value of $10 per...
Where has the value gone? When it comes to Secret Lairs, where has the value gone? Wizards, Hasbro, I mean, you can say whatever you want. When I say Wizards, I'm speaking like as a whole, like the umbrella under Hasbro. But yeah, maybe Hasbro at the top is to blame for all the pressure they're putting on Wizards of the Coast. I don't know. But either way, WotC is compliant with Hasbro's requests. So in the grand scheme of things, it's Wizards of the Coast to blame, you know, because Wizards could just say no. And what's Hasbro going to do? Cut off Wizards of the Coast? No, that's their mill ticket. They're making the most money under everything Hasbro, under every game, under every company that's owned by Hasbro. Wizards of the Coast is making the big bucks out of all of them. So if Wizards just puts their foot down and says, no, we're not going to do this, is Hasbro going to cut them off? No. I mean, unless there's some contract that I'm unaware of, I don't know. I just think it's time Wizards steps up, but it just seems like they're a big pushover, and they're allowing Hasbro to drive the game into the ground, and no one gives a shit. Because there was a time when if you purchased a Secret Lair, especially the first couple years, the value outweighed what you're getting. You know, like you were getting bonus money, you know, bonus value out of the cards that were in the Secret Lair. Now, it seems the majority of Secret Lairs, the base cards, you know, like if you were to factor in the total of the base cards, you know, that they're reprinting, where's the money? Where's the value? It's just not there. Anyway, yeah, let's keep it going.
New card design, then we pretty much break even with the overall value. And so I guess that is a grade of C.
So in other words, like you're paying for the hype. You're paying for the theme. That's it. You're not paying for the actual, like, what does this card do? You're not paying for the playability of the card. You're paying for the aesthetic. That's it. The cosmetics. That's it. Seems pretty effed up.
Really wish that in addition to the token, there had been a fifth card, either reprint or new card design, to boost the value here, and that also they had included the token, and that also they had not put zombie on these tokens because, again, not zombies. Let's see how well things fare in part 2.
I just enjoy Brian's sarcasm throughout this video, you know, like he's so over, we're all over the, just overwhelming supply of Secret Lairs being shoved down our throats. It seems like every 2 to 3 weeks. I mean, that's how it feels. Just pay attention to his sarcasm in this. It's fun.
Second Last of Us Secret Lair comes from the second game, which features an older Ellie and another survivor, Abby, Merciless Soldier, as another pair of new partner survivor designs. The drop also contains Dictate of Erebos and Michaeloth, reskinned as Ellie's Rage, and Cordyceps Rat King. Don't worry, the Secret Lair also contains a Cordyceps-infected token. Just one, because, you know, including a handful of them would be expensive or something. Abby, Merciless Soldier, is a cool variant on the Xantia Sleeper Agent design space. She's definitely the most interesting legend in the two layers, and that's in no small part due to the fact that Ellie, Vengeful Hunter, is a mediocre sack outlet. Not a card I'd be excited to run in my command zone. Dictate of Erebos is an awesome card in Commander, one of the stronger versions of the Grave Pact effect due to having Flash. And of course, Michaeloth was once a powerhouse mid-range threat in Magic, most notable for helping Luis Scott Vargas win a terrible matchup on his second road through the Pro Tour Berlin Top 8 in 2008. Overall, Dictate of Erebos is really the only exciting thing about this drop, unless of course you really dig Abby's ability. Overall value here is just under $20 in non-foil if you don't count new card designs, and a few pennies below $40 in foil, but of course, adding that average of $10 brings the total non-foil value to, yep, exactly what they're charging, but does boost the foil value a bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and say the grade here is a C, B-. Insert my exact same criticism about there being no fifth card and only a single token in its place here.
It's like they're just, when I say they're Hasbro Wizards, they're just getting away with the very bare minimum of what we feel is required of them in a Secret Lair. There was a time where it's like, damn, look at that value. Now it's just gone. It's like been shoved to the wayside.
Next up, we have the God of War Secret Lair. Greek Secret Lair. A set of 5 red cards. Wow, 5 cards we got there, fam. featuring the protagonist of the God of War franchise, Kratos, as a brand new design. The other 4 cards in the drop are reskins of existing cards, depicting 4 of Kratos' exploits through the God of War game. World at War as Battle of Olympus, Rite of Flame as the Blades of Chaos Bond, Sulfuric Vortex, an old favorite of mine, as Hades' Grip, and Pyrohemia as Kratos' Rage. If you like red and you like God of War, then you'll love this secret lair, because it's God of War and all the cards are red. Kratos himself costs triple red, has double strike, and will get really peeved off if any player doesn't attack with their creatures.
I mean, it's a cool design. It really is. Like, sweet.
Creatures. He's even giving them all haste to show he's for serious. World at War is one of the many extra combat variants in red, and it's a pretty good one thanks to the bonus cast you get when it comes off Rebound. Rite of Flame is a collect-em-all mana ritual that was one of the first cards banned in Modern, believe it or not.
I was gonna say, Rite of Flame's good.
Sulfuric Vortex is a classic burn card. Once a powerhouse of the archetype, Sulfuric Vortex doesn't see much play anywhere these days. It's a solid card in cube, if a bit narrow. Pyrohemia is the time-shifted version of the classic black card Pestilence. It's great in commander decks that want to ping their own creatures on purpose, but doesn't see much play anywhere else.
Narrow.
And wow, this is the second secret lair in a row to feature a character's rage. Can everyone just calm down? Overall value here in non-foil, if we don't count the one new card design, is only $20. So even counting that as an average of $10 value does not bring us to the cost of the secret lair. Foil is a different matter entirely because both...
How awful. Many people have said this. We need to stop buying this shit. We need to stop emptying our wallets to this crap just because it tickles our fancy, just because it's something that speaks to our inner child from decades ago. You know, we really need to stop buying this crap until they put a kibosh to it.
Both Pyrohemia and World at War have never been reprinted before now in foil. They've got
Whoopity-doo!
huge value right out the bat, and Rite of Flame has got a hefty price tag as well. Not even counting Kratos, that's nearly $100 in foil value. We're going to say that this is a very strange division of D for non-foil, but A for foil? Yeah, I'm giving the foil version of this an A. And you know what? In fairness, I will note that if any of these new card designs carry a really high price tag, a price above $10, which we saw with many new card designs of other secret layers, it would likely be Kratos, a very popular character that's actually a really fun design. So while I am going to stick by my table and give the non-foil a D grade, I'm also going to say to you that if I were a betting man, I would bet that this secret layer is worth it, even in non-foil, but I can't give a grade based on my gut. Make with that information as you will. Next up, we have the Skyrim secret layer. It's actually God of War Norse, the second God of War layer, which depicts an older Kratos as a dad. Kratos, stoic father, and Atreus, impulsive son. A pair of new card designs in Jeskai colors with partner, father and son. Wholesome. The layer also includes two other reskinned legendary cards in Jeskai colors. Tefairli's Ageless Insight as Mimir's Ancient Wisdom, and Eiros, God of Victory, as Freya, Queen of the Valkyries. Isn't there an in-universe Magic Freya card already? Was it in Kaldheim or something? Does that matter? Nah, it's just magic lore. The Norse Kratos is a much more measured guy, more stoic than angry. His ability is quite good for a 4-mana partner legend, making your team progressively larger as you gain more experience. His son Atreus is a great additional payoff for all those experience counters, drawing you cards based on the number of experience counters you have, then discarding a card and shocking each opponent for 2. Eiros Kratos, God of Victory, is a fun, aggressive commander in its own right, but will also serve well as a card in the 99 of a Kratos Atreus deck. Teferi's Ageless Insight is a little off theme mechanically, but it's a fantastic card in blue mid-bracket commander decks. Yes, I know that Atreus draws cards, but a Kratos Atreus deck would be too aggressive to want to spend 4 mana on this effect. Overall value in non-foil is only $14.74, not counting the 2 new card designs.
I'm not even going to say it.
With them, we're just a few dollars shy of the asking price for this secret layer, so that's a C-. And the same is true for foil as well, as it's just a hair short of what they're charging. Again, if you want to take a gamble on these new card designs being worth more than $10 each, go for it. But based on the numbers here, I once again wish there was a 5th card, or maybe something cool like a full art land depicting the great God of War landscapes and vistas. Next up, we have a Spider-Man Secret Lair featuring Tom Holland. No, wait, it's Secret Lair Uncharted, and it's here to plunder your wallet. The Uncharted video game franchise...
He's correct.
Also known as What If Tomb Raider Was a Boy, features Nathan Drake as a treasure hunter. The Nathan Drake card is a brand new theft commander in Grixis colors. The rest of his drop features commander cards in Grixis colors reskinned to depict moments and locations in the Uncharted games. Midnight Clock and Whip of Erebos as King's Bay Clock Tower and El Dorado Sarcophagus, and Chain Reaction reskinned to be Chain Reaction. Wait. That's not reskinned. And Passionate Archaeologist is also not renamed. Well, at least there's 5 cards in this drop. Nathan Drake Treasure Hunter is a pretty strong card, but Grixis Thievery is not really new design space. Midnight Clock is a sweet blue mana-rocking commander that time twisters you once the clock strikes 12. Whip of Erebos was one of the key cards.
Is this the second reprint of Whip of Erebos in a bundled secret layer? What the...
to the sweet historical standard deck known as Sidisi Whip. These days, it's merely a banger card in black commander decks, which is not nothing. And Chain Reaction is a sweeper that's a staple in the second red commander precon of a set. In other words, it's the sweeper a precon will run if a different precon is already running Blasphemous Act. Passionate Archaeologist is both a flavor win and a great card in a Nathan deck. Wow, a Nathan deck. Do you want to build a Nathan deck? That's Magic the Gathering.
Wow, do you want to build a Nathan deck? Stop.
My commander is Nathan. Total value, not counting the new card design in non-foil, is $30 in change and $50.18 in foil.
I mean, that's probably a better bang for your buck than the majority of these.
That'd be great, except for the fact that these secret layers are more expensive than usual. And so when you factor in that $10 average, you get, yeah, it's another C. I don't know what to tell you. It's almost like the people designing these are being really, really careful not to jam-pack them full of value.
How much does it really cost to print 5 cards and throw it in some like shitty packaging, you know, like a tiny little like cardboard sleeve, you know, and ship them off? Like really? Why are we up to like $49, $39? Like, what is going on anymore, man? This is a slap in the face to the community. Like, real talk.
You or something. Moving on, Secret Lair Horizon Zero Dawn has been skipped over. We're skipping it, and we're jumping straight to the hit game sequel, Horizon Forbidden West. The Horizon series is about a post-apocalyptic future in which humans use primitive weapons to fight gigantic robot dinosaurs. Amazingly, this makes it more Magic adjacent than any of the Universes Beyond sets that are
I was gonna say, sounds fun, sounds magic. What else?
Coming out in 2026. Horizon Into the Forbidden West is a 5-card drop featuring the protagonist of the Horizon series, Aloy, Survivor of Meridian. Joining Aloy is a Farseek, and a trio of artifacts. Blightsteel Colossus, reskinned as who cares, it's Blightsteel Colossus. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Terrain's Soul Cleaver, reskinned as Regalia's Wrath, and Meteor Golem, reskinned as Thunderjaw. Alloy is a pretty strong Simic artifact creatures commander that allows you to discover when you attack with artifact creatures. Discover, get it? She's discovering the Forbidden West. That's also why Farseek is on the drop, because Alloy is seeking quite far into the Forbidden West for a plains, a island, a swamp, or a mountain card, but not a forest card. You can't get a forest card with it. Farseek is actually awesome in commander and would be a banger in standard.
Pretty sure I see trees in the distance here.
If Wizards of the Coast wasn't so scared of printing 2 mana ramp in that format. Blightsteel Colossus is probably responsible for the most lethal standalone swings in Commander history, and is probably the main reason, beyond the franchise, that you are buying this drop. Tarian's Soul Cleaver is a decent equipment in some sacrifice decks, but doesn't fit Alloy's game plan at all. Surely they could have picked a more flavorful equipment to reskin as Alloy's bow. Meteor Golem used to be a Karn Wishboard target in Pioneer Mono Green Devotion, but then Cityscape Leveler got printed, and also Karn got banned from Pioneer. You're not going to believe this, but the total value in non-foil when you add the new card design is once again exactly or near exact the price that they're asking for this Secret Lair.
I cannot recall. I mean, maybe recent times, yeah, but like 2, 3, 4 years ago with Secret Lair drops, I felt like the value was always over the asking price. We got to stop buying this shit. Like, put your passion aside, put your lust aside for this crap. You want to buy this stuff, buy it on the secondary market. But then you're like, oh my God, the scalpers are going to make all the money. Let them, seriously, if we could just boycott Secret Lairs for like a year and no one buys them and leave the scalpers holding the bag, things will probably change. And when you see Joey Moss, myself, when you see me opening Secret Lairs, it's for a local game store. They're basically obligated to have supply of the most recent cards in Magic the Gathering. I'm simply just opening it for the local game store, Ground Zero, and then delivering it to them. Like, here you go. Here's your cards back. That's it. We should boycott.
Drop. It is calculated, people. Thanks to a little bit of the boost from Blightsteel, the foil value brings this back into B- territory, but it's still just a C, like so many of the other drops here. Again, if any of these new card designs go for more than $10 each, which is pretty likely for many of them, that's going to change those grades considerably. The final secret layer of this super drop is for Ghost of Tsushima, a really awesome video game that you should check out if you haven't already. The new design is Jinsakai Ghost of Tsushima. That's the name of the game! A 4-mana Esper Samurai Legend. The accompanying cards are all pretty good, though not very expensive. Path to Exile, Born Upon a Wind, Ghostly Flicker, and a reskinned Castle Shimura. Most of these cards do not fit a Jinsakai commander deck. Yes, they're in his colors, but aside from Path to Exile, why would you put any of these cards in your Jinsakai deck? I think they were just picked because their names are flavorful. That's a weird reason to pick cards. They should, serve the commander, don't you think? You can rename them to give them a flavor.
When it comes to secret layers, nothing makes sense anymore. We got Furbies. Name.
Anyway, the new card design of Jinsakai is actually an interesting twist on the Samurai Attack Alone mechanic from Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. Here, Jinsakai lets you attack with more than one creature, but each of them needs to be attacking a different player to get the most from Jinsakai's trigger. I think that's actually really cool and clever. That's why it's such a bummer that the other cards included in this drop are things like Path to Exile, which, while it's the second best white removal spell in Commander after Swords to Plowshares, has absolutely nothing to do with this commander's synergy. Born Upon a Wind is pretty much only played in CEDH at this point as a means of comboing at instant speed. And while Ghostly Flicker does see some commander play, it's still at its best in my beloved Pauper format, where it's usually a
So a bunch of cheap playables.
Kill card in a familiar's deck. I also really wish that Castle Shimura had been a reskinned Seat of the Empire. A Jonho Castle is way worse than a Jonho Seat of the Empire. And since it's a reskinned card anyway, why didn't they give us Seat of the Empire? Like seriously, Castle is way worse. Disappointed to see it included here, even if a reprint of the needlessly expensive card is begrudgingly welcome. Total value is a disappointing $14.61 and change, not counting the new card.
This is so bad. This is so awful. I'm not going to repeat myself again, but this is just pathetic.
Design, and even with that new card value at $10, $20, it's still a D grade. Due to the castle's first foil reprint, however, the foil value is quite high, but a lot of that is likely inflated, as we've discussed in the past, and so...
Foils, guys. I mean, yeah, the first printing or the second printing of a foil card that appears in a secret lair, sure, that can amp up the price, but they're just going to do it again. They're going to do it again. Don't be stupid. I always tell everyone, don't buy foil secret lairs, buy non-foil secret lairs. And I still stand by that today. And for the most part, the non-foils hold up just as good as the foils that you're paying extra money for.
Oh, I'm going to say it's a C grade for the foil version of this drop as well.
Curl.
Well, it's really too bad because...
Pringle.
As I said, I really like the design of this commander, and if they had gone all out on a package of support cards, we could have gotten an overall exciting drop to build a commander deck out of, as well as a decent amount of value. Oh well, maybe they'll do better with the Mario Superdrop.
Fire everyone making decisions at Wizards of the Coast at this point. Just fire them. Get rid of them. We'll see ya. Who needs them? Like let the players take over. Like we can make this a better... You know what? The grass is always greener on the other side. Am I right? I'll shut up.
Well, I hope you all are ready for an even...
Did I miss that? Did we miss Mario? Or he just cut it short? Did he talk about Mario? He teased us. Oh, Mario is not announced yet. Maybe isn't like Mario somewhere? Okay, let's just take a look really quick. Here it is.
Now when some...
Okay, here's Mario. So we got Peach Toadstool Princess, Mario Toadstool Jumper, the Mushroom Token, slick, and Luigi Poltergeist Master. Are they all unique? I'm not going to dive too much more into this, but are they reskins? Partner Mushroom Kingdom. It's me, Mario. Mario's a 4-2. Very impressive. I feel like Mario, his power is dependent upon like what suit he's wearing or what ability he has. Like straight up just regular Mario, like he's like a 1-1 when he starts the game. I mean, if you go back to NES days in Mario World 1, like he's just vanilla, dude. So, I mean, I guess they're just giving him some value there. Exile target creature control, then return to the battlefield under control. Whenever one or more creatures leave the battlefield without dying, draw a card. This ability triggers. I think they could have done more with Mario. Anyway. All right, you heard some of my thoughts and the professor's. What are your guys' thoughts on this Secret Lair Superdrop? Is it a dumpster fire? Or is it something you're like, I'm going to pick this up? Or should we all just boycott all the Secret Lair shit altogether? Let me hear your thoughts. I'm Joey Moss, Bad Boy Gaming. Skadoosh.